Hey guys, welcome to sheet 12 of the Elevate Fast API Survival series. Today we'll tackle what happens when your Fast API file turns into a 900 line monolith, right? And your scroll bar becomes a breadcrumb. So today's scenario, your monolith just hit 900 lines. HR is worried, right? Even the guys in HR understand that this isn't good. So we'll fix that by using the API router to split your app into clean, manageable pieces. So key takeaways, we learn how to use our API router to modularize our routes. We'll keep, main.py clean, and we learn how to create a scalable folder structure for real apps. So this is how real projects stay organized as they grow by splitting concerns without breaking any features. So let's see how we can do that by looking at how we actually do the code for this. So the first thing we'll actually want to do is we want to create a directory. So, we'll have where we have our programs. We'll say we want a new folder, and we'll call that folder routers, right? And then inside that routers folder, we'll have a file, and we'll call that file, let's say user.py. That's our user file. So we'll use that to write our subrouter. So we'll say from FastAPI, we'll import API router. And then we'll say router is equal to API router. We say that router.get slash users. Then we'll have a function to define the list of users. We return, and we return, let's say, a name. Let's say that name is Alice. And we'll also return Bob because Bob is Bob, right? Name, say Bob. So this defines a modular subrouter for just our users. So we can later add more things like product.py, probably out.py, admin.py, etc. So we just want to have our subrouter. So we have from FastAPI, make sure and import this API router. We set the router equal to the API router, right? And then we have the path, the router.get, the path to be users, find list of users, and this is our list of users here. Next thing we want to do is in our main.py, we actually want to register the router. So we'll say from FastAPI, we'll import FastAPI, and from routers, we'll actually import user. We'll set up our app, and we'll do app.include, include router. We'll say user.router. And what this does is it plugs the user's root into our app, right? And then we'll set up our home. We'll say app.get, and on the home part, we'll define our root function, and then return our message, and we'll say modular structure loaded. So what we do when we did this, we say the core file stays tiny and clean, and we could scale to up, 10 plus files with no pain, no problem. Next, we need to run this app, so we'll save this. And we'll UV cone, main app, and we'll do a reload. Let's go in the browser and we'll see what this looks like. So we see our message, modular structure loaded. If you go to users, we see our subrouter working, right? So that way we get stuff clean, scoped, and separated. So we have our app separated. So the real world benefit of this is it'll be easier to manage code in teams. We group routes by feature and we have no single file overload. So that will improve scalability for microservices and large backends. So today we created the modular router structure. We used APIRouter to define specific routes and we registered subroutes with the include router. Right? We visited and confirmed they're working. And FastAPI lets you scale code bases or turn it into spaghetti code. Everything is structured, right? So that was sheet 12. We'll have sheet 13 coming up. So we could grab the full code and the PDF bundle at elevatefast.dev. And remember, you have to modularize before your brain melts. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.